When it's time to recommend a book for the month, I walk my fingers across the many memoirs and writing books on my bookshelf. Landing on each one makes me feel like I'm visiting an old friend. I remember bits of the story inside, the people, the author. Oftentimes, I pull favorites from the shelf and flip through the pages, triggering even more memories. I look at the phrases I underlined and starred, the words I looked up because they were unfamiliar to me, and relive the moment I first read them. These memoirs are like old friends to me, not only because I enjoyed reading them, but I've studied them, I've often taught them, and I've written about them. Today, I want to tell you about one such book that has even more special meaning. Hi, my name is Patricia Charpentier, and welcome to episode 106 of the Life Writer's Vlog, where you can find inspiration and useful tips to help you write your life stories. If you've been around me for more than a minute, you know how much I love 5-year journals. I've kept a 5-year journal now for 19 years. I started it when my husband and I married in 2005. It has so many slivers of the wonderful life we've enjoyed, along with its joys and its struggles. Imagine how thrilled I was when I came across this book, The Red Leather Diary. Reclaiming a Life Through the Pages of a Lost Journal by Lily Koppel, The Red Leather Diary. Koppel was a reporter for the New York Times who lived in New York City and had a penchant for all things vintage. In 2003, as she walked out of her apartment building on Riverside Drive in Manhattan, she saw a dumpster full of steamer trunks, along with a lot of other items. All had come from the basement where she lived, which was being cleaned out of old items left and unclaimed by their owners. Koppel says, "I was seized by the impulse that at this moment nothing mattered but seeing what lay inside the trunks." She includes pages of what she found inside the trunks, but what possessed her more than anything else was a little red 5-year diary given to Florence Wolfson on her 14th birthday on August 11th, 1929. Through this diary's entries, Koppel paints a portrait of an independent, talented teenager from an affluent family and another era in New York City. Interwoven with the 5-year diary's owner's story is the story of Koppel's determination to reunite this red leather diary with its owner. It took her 3 years, but with the help of a private investigator, she found Florence Wolfson Howitt in Pompano Beach, Florida, and ultimately gave her back this priceless piece of her past. That journal helped Florence reclaim her teenage life, and it also gave Florence a whole new life that you'll need to read about in the book. Can you imagine what that would be like for someone to hand you a record of who you were some 80 years before, written in your own hand? I can't imagine it, but I would love it. Many people have journals they've kept since they were young, and what a treasure trove of memories those are. Even if much of the content seems mundane and some of the memories reflect not so great times, diary entries capture the present moment as it unfolds, which is difficult to reconstruct decades later. If you are a journaler, my hat is off to you. Before I found a 5-year journal, I was a miserable failure at journaling. I really wanted to do it, but somehow could never stick with it. When I found a way to document my days that took only 5 minutes to do, I did it. And I have done it every day, nearing 7,000 days now. It is so amazing to me. So I take every opportunity I can to encourage people to keep a 5-year journal. And this is a 5-year journal. And this is what it looks like on the inside. Here I'm just starting this 3rd year. With a 5-year journal, once you've completed the first year of entries, every day you get to read what you did on that same day in previous years. I think that makes it even better than a regular journal that's put away in a closet once it's finished. With the holidays coming up, I don't think you could give the people you care about a better gift than a 5-year journal. I'll give you a link where you can read more about the 5-year journals I offer. Also, if you know someone who is expecting a child, give the gift of baby's 5-year journal. Keeping that would be a gift to the parents and down the line to the child, written about as well. Okay, I'll get off my 5-year journal soapbox now. It's difficult. Feeling so passionate about something, it's kind of hard to contain myself. I encourage you to take a look at Lily Koppel's The Red Leather Diary and consider keeping a 5-year journal of your own. I promise you, you will not regret it. Tell me, are you a journaler? If so, when did you start journaling? Do you still have journals from your distant past? Do you revisit them at times? If you're not a journaler, why not? Have you never seen the need to keep a journal? Have you tried and failed in the past? Share your journaling experience with us in the comments section below. But remember, whether you're an avid journaler, a failed journaler, or a never attempted it journaler, the only way to do this wrong is to not do it at all. The only way to do this wrong is to not do it at all. Until next time, happy writing, everybody.
Don't miss the next episode. Sign up to be notified of future posts and upcoming events. Use the buttons below to share this episode on social media or with a friend who might like it. If you enjoyed this week's episode, you will love our Life Writers membership. Whether you don't know where to start writing your life stories, have started and stopped many times, or have been writing but want to receive feedback to make your stories better, the Life Writers membership is where you need to be. We have a Get Started roadmap, an extensive library of instructional videos, live events via Zoom, and a supportive and active community. If you want to take the stories that live in your heart and mind and put them into words on the page, check out Life Writers at lifewriters.us.